Dashing through the snow.
See, you're on the right page. I just
You
forgot
know
what my
what?
second option was.
Oh, open
Open
sleigh.
sleigh. Over the
Over
hills we
the hills we
go.
go.
Laughing all
Laughing
the
all the
way.
way.
Now I don't want a lot for Christmas. There is just one thing I need, and
I.
yeah. Welcome back to Nerd Shit in the Dark. And you're coming at us
Everyone.
on a special day if you believe in Jesus.
Holiday special.
It's a Christmas. Merry Christmas, because it's Christmas Day.
Merry
Happy
Christmas
holidays.
and happy holidays
to people who don't celebrate Christmas but celebrate some of the other things.
But yeah, it's
But
the
we're
Christmas
your hosts,
special.
Chase the Chaz Screepeck, and
Brady the Brad Nielster.
And we are ready to be the lump of coal under your Christmas tree this year.
Yep, being very. I can't wait to be so
naughty.
holiday themed, because all of our things are holiday related that we're talking about, right?
Yes, I mean no, but some of them are.
Not at all.
Dude. Wait till you hear what I got to talk about. You're gonna be shocked. But I do have to bring up that Smeagol, once again, he's supposed to be holding the sign. He's not holding the sign. Now that people watching the video know my cat can't do his job. Thanks, Smeagol.
Jesus.
I'd move it again, but he'd probably move again. It's like either piss or get off the pot. Not
He's
important.
sitting really nice right there, though.
He's sitting really nicely.
He would
but
look really great with a sign in front of him.
He would look really great. I'm putting it on until he moves it again. Talk to the shitters.
Hmm.
He's gonna move. You see that? Holiday cheer. Not important. We're moving on. I'll get it later.
All right, we're back.
It fell. What are you gonna do? Okay, Braden. What the hell's new, man? What's your?
Nothing much.
Little jingle balls up to tonight. Yeah.
Just got back from visiting the home. Had to drop the kitties off because we are going to Kaylee's parents for Christmas Eve and Christmas morning, and then we're driving back to my parents.
Yeah.
But they don't like cats in their house, so
yeah,
we had to drop them off early.
That's fair. Hey, when you told me you were dropping the cats off in Punxsutawney, I was like, I wonder what he's dropping them off for.
Yeah, and finished some last minute Christmas shopping. Had to get a couple things. I got most of it done at that point, but and then.
I mean, that's good considering we're talking about today, and today is Christmas Day.
True. Yeah, very last minute Christmas shopping.
Braden, Jesus.
This morning.
You get anybody? You get a lot of good gifts this year for people? Like, you excited to see the looks on some people's faces?
I hope so. Gift giving is not my main love language, so I struggle this time of year as you get an adult.
Yeah,
it's expected of you. So
yeah.
But I think I got some good ones. Hopefully, they think they're thoughtful.
Yeah.
That's that they can have some use, bring some joy on this holiday season.
My whole thing, whenever I get gifts for people, outside of like the most important people, is I'm a trinket buyer. I buy trinkets or toys, little gift things people. Things that I buy regularly. Clearly, I'm surrounded.
Like the keychain you got me.
I'm surrounded. Yes. I'm surrounded by trinkets, so I get people trinkets. So I just get to know people enough, see what their thing is, and then find some sort of trinket in that.
You're
ballpark.
A trinket meister,
and people are. It's not a bad name. But people have responded well to this, so that's if you ever need recommendations, I say you take somebody's interest, something they're interested in, and buy them something around that. They can't be upset with it.
I agree. I don't know. I tend to go with like the boring generic stuff. I feel like Christmas gets more challenging as we delve deeper into the future, as you know, consumerism just gets deeper and deeper. It's never enough.
Yeah.
Used to be simple days where you could just go to a toy aisle, get a little book, and that's enough for someone. But now it's like you gotta shell out something proper, or else you're gonna slight someone.
I'm glad it's like that, though. If I would have got a fucking book for Christmas when I was a kid and that was it, I'd be like, this sucks. I'll kill Santa myself.
Totally didn't get some people books for Christmas.
Okay, no, see, if you get somebody a book now, okay. I'm looking at it through, like, if my Santa Claus gifts as a kid, some, like,
oh, yeah,
were a book. Yeah,
well,
no,
these ones are from
somebody
Santa.
bought me a book, I'd be like, thank you.
Yeah.
I like
These
books.
ones aren't from Santa, they're from me. We're not titling them from Santa.
Yeah. So that's, yeah, books are great. Books are great. Take it from me. I work at a library, and I'm here to say books are great. Yeah, well, cool. I wanted to talk about couple things before we get into new nerd shit and get into our main event. Just a couple quick things right off the gate. Kind of more nerd news, I guess. Nerd news.
Nerd news.
Hey, we're gonna need somebody to work on. That's good. Get that copied.
Yeah.
Dwayne's our new guy. Dwayne's our guy in the back.
Dwayne Reed.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Dwayne Reed.
Dwayne Reed's our sound guy.
Yes.
Soundboard.
Yes. So he's back. What was I saying? Oh yeah, the nerd news. Did you see? Did you see the Odyssey trailer?
I saw snapshots of it, but no, I did not see the Odyssey trailer.
I just watched it. I was taking a shit about an hour ago, maybe. I knew it had come out, so I was like, I should probably watch that real quick.
I've seen the Avengers Doomsday teaser.
Yes, which was my next topic that we were going to get into for sure.
Yeah.
I'll just say this real quick about the... Yeah, goodbye, Smeagol. Thanks for holding that sign. That was really good of you. You did a great job. It was... it was good. It looks solid. You know, it's the first trailer. Movie comes out in July. It's Christopher Nolan. I mean, check it out. It doesn't show much of, like, the, I guess, what do you want to call it? Magic of the Odyssey? Like not the magic, but like the fantastical, I guess. Shows a lot of, like, more
sea monsters. And
right. You don't see any of that shit.
Great battles
in the trailer. But I think that's great. I think it's smart to hold that from a trailer, at least the first trailer. Because I think what it does show, you know, you get some cool shots of Matt Damon being Odysseus and Anna Hathaway.
Yeah, I am wondering if the cast is going to be distracting or if it's going to be a plus. I think it will be a plus.
I think it's going to be a plus.
I don't think people, like, general audiences would go see an Odyssey movie if there weren't, like, a lot of big names in it.
That's
If it was just like a regular Hollywood production,
yeah,
most people probably wouldn't be interested in it. But because it's Christopher Nolan and it's like Zendaya, Tom Holland, Matt Damon, Matt Damon gets lost somewhere again. Yeah, like
Matt Damon gets lost somewhere again. That's the catch for people that don't know, that didn't graduate high school to know what the Odyssey is.
Yeah, that's like how you sell the movie. Like, okay, it's another Matt Damon's Lost Somewhere movie, so.
All right. I like that. Yeah. Check it out. I thought it looked pretty good, so that was one of the things. We will talk about, let's talk about real quick about the Doomsday trailer. The Doomsday, trailer is a strong word. I'd even say teaser is a strong word. The Doomsday
when I saw it, I was
pre-credit screen scene.
All right.
The pre-credit scene. There we go. It's a pre-credit scene. It's another movie's post-credit scene. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It wasn't a trailer. It was cool. And also, if it wouldn't have leaked, 4 days before the movie came out, I would have been more surprised by it.
I heard about it online before.
Yeah.
It showed up, and so when I saw it, I was like, "Oh, yeah."
Here it is. Here's what everybody's been talking about.
I think even if it wasn't spoiled for me, I still wouldn't have been like.
So we'll see. Even when it was spoiled for me, I wasn't, but I was happy. I was like, thank God. There was a part of me that, like, because if you would have asked me this 5 years ago, 6 years ago, when Endgame came out, like, hey, do you want like Steve Rogers to be back in the next Avengers movie? I'd be like, oh God, no, we got to move on. Like, look what they did. They set up the story, yada yada. After everything that's happened, I'm like, thank God an adult is here. Let's go. I'll take it. You got Robert Downey Jr. coming in as Doom. You might as well have Steve Rogers back. I'm excited. I'm really looking forward.
I think it'll at least be good. I don't know if it's going to save the Marvel franchise after having to scrap the Kang stuff, because this does still feel very off the cuff, like a Hail Mary idea. Like, there's no way they had this planned.
I'm telling you, man.
Even several years ago.
This movie feels more like everything I hear or see about it. It just feels like it's trying to be like, oh, we're a sequel to Endgame. We're not a sequel to everything happening in the Marvel universe, though we are. It seems like it's like being like, we're a direct sequel to Endgame type of movie.
Right.
Especially when you've got, for the first time since Endgame, Steve Rogers showing up at his house in the other universe. Like,
yep. Do you think it's going to be about Doom kidnapping the children of all the MCU?
You know, when I heard people talking about it, I sure was like, maybe. I mean, there's a lot of children, and I already know he's got hands on the Fantastic Four baby, so
yeah, none of them are old enough or famous enough to like carry on a new franchise yet. So,
no, not even Captain America's is literally a baby. Captain America's kid is literally a newborn baby, so no way. But you know, you got to think they could tie in loosely, but still do it. The kid, Black Panther, that T'Challa's kid that showed up at the end of the second. Yeah. So that kid, you know, he's a kidnappable. He's a fucking.
He's a kidnappable. He's a kid.
He's a king's kid. He's gonna be worth something special on the kidnapping market.
Dead king, though.
Dead king. I think that makes him extra special. That makes him king, basically. So, true. Yeah, I mean, tie in that kind of knowledge with the fact that they've already announced that, like, they're bringing in the X-Men characters from the X-Men movies into Doomsday. Like, they're bringing in all these, like, what the fuck kind of movie are we about to get?
Yeah.
Between it and Secret Wars, I'm excited. I think you're right. I think it's a Hail Mary pass.
I hope as long as it's something that we haven't really seen before, even though it's a lot of people we've seen before.
Yeah.
Just the premise around it's interesting.
I hope it dives right into that wacky, because that's what I loved so much about Endgame. Was it was a movie that was just like, we're gonna leapfrog even comic booking these movies up ourselves by making this one just so comic booky. Me and Miranda just watched the first half of Endgame the other night, and I was like, if they go this wacky, the confidence they had too behind it, I really think this could be an amazing, at least first part. And then, you know, if Secret Wars follows, which it's supposed to be, good set of movies, man. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, we got a year to pray for it.
We got a year. Then there's a Spider-Man movie in between.
Speaking of also, I think this was the best trailer we've seen out of the bunch, but the Mandalorian Grogu one.
Oh, yeah. I that one had come out on the internet, so I'd seen it, like, I'd watched it on YouTube on my phone. Seeing it on a theater screen, especially the 3D effect.
That was my first time seeing it. And it actually made me more interested in it. This was the movie I was least interested in initially.
Yeah. And now you're like, I'm excited to go to Star Wars.
See it.
Oh, yeah. Definitely. Yeah, absolutely.
Especially if they keep it like,
I don't know how excited
fun.
I am, but I'm like, I'm going to go see it for sure.
Yeah.
It's Star Wars at the movie.
I definitely think I'll have a good time with it.
I hope so. I think so. I think the fact that they're putting it out in May and like kind of taking over Marvel's spot for May, and they're confident about that. I mean, they got this movie just from the time that they were like, we're doing this to like, it's coming out. they really flew with it. So
Yeah.
I like the trailer. I liked it, but seeing it in
I liked it.
theaters, I liked it
It
quite a
got me
bit more.
excited for it.
Yeah,
It got me pumped for it.
which is the point.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like we got screwed out of a couple like other good trailers. Well, actually, before you showed up, the Supergirl trailer did play as well.
Yeah.
Which was cool. I've only seen that on YouTube as well, so it was cool seeing it
I
on a
saw
theater screen.
part of that online
Yeah, it's a good trailer. That movie's gonna look
on the interwebs.
Yeah. So that's nerd news is just trailer talk. At least this time around. I don't know if I have anything that's off the trailer route, to be honest. Off the trailer park.
Yeah, I do have some new nerd shit.
That's what I'm here for.
First things first, though.
Okay.
There's one of them that I couldn't remember if I had mentioned it already on the podcast before or not, but I wanted to double check because I really liked it.
Okay.
Did I ever talk about?
Do you know what would be funny if you said after all of this, Tower of God? It'd be like, yeah.
Just go into re-explaining it.
Yeah. Just the deep lore. The magic system.
It took me too long to figure out the lore of Tower of God that I need other people to know it now too, so I can talk
you've
about
invested so much work into it. You've got to preach it now. But really, though, what?
Did I mention your name?
What about me? What about my name?
Your name?
Chase?
No, your name.
Chaz. The anime movie of 2000 and I believe 18, 19?
It was like, 17, 18, I don't know.
I've seen it.
You have?
I had. It's been a while. I saw it around when it came out, but
I haven't mentioned it on the podcast.
I don't think so. I don't think we've ever actually talked about it.
Oh yeah, well I loved it.
Yeah, it's a pretty good movie. It's animated.
Yeah,
it's beautiful too. It's nice to look at.
It's actually one of the rare anime films that Kaylee had seen before I had, so she introduced it to me.
Wow.
She had gotten introduced to it through a college course actually. It was like foreign media.
Yeah. That's so
global genre study.
That is so crazy. I love that.
Yeah.
It is pretty. It is that good, I'd say.
It was like I'd heard it was sad before, and it's a movie that's just, I don't know, I got locked in. I don't cry at movies normally. It's very hard to get me to cry. I don't think you've ever seen me cry at movie at least. You've seen me cry.
I've seen you cry, dude. But yeah, not at a movie.
Yeah.
That says something. That's important. Okay, so you cried at this?
No, I know you've seen me cry, but not at a movie.
Yeah,
I almost did, but that's how close it got me.
One time I punched him. It made him cry because he's a little wiener. He said, "Stop calling me a wiener," and I punched him, and he cried. I just wanted the people to know why I've seen you cry. That's all.
Yeah. That's definitely the reason.
Go on, wiener.
Okay. But yeah, I was completely locked into the film, and I was really waiting for it to get devastating. I was ready to be devastated, and so I was prepping for it.
Okay, yeah.
I mean, just kind of like this.
It is a movie that, once the twist kind of happens and you realize what's going on, it's like, oh fuck, oh, there's no way this pans out happily. Yeah,
I don't want to give away spoilers for people.
Explain the premise to the shitters of the movie Your Name. I don't even know if I could put it in words. It's been so long, but I know it.
Yeah, it's a pretty simple premise. It's a body swap narrative. But the two main characters are a teenage girl that lives out in the country, Mitsuha.
She's gone country.
And a city boy who lives in Tokyo, Taki, and they switch places. Not like seemingly at random at first, but then obviously they start to figure out things as things go along. But it's a complete mystery. So it's like part mystery film, part romance, kind of like romantic comedy.
Yeah, because they communicate with each other. How do you even put it without spoiling it? But through the body swap.
Basically, yeah, they write each other notes and stuff.
Because they go back and forth consistently. It's not like it happened. It's not like what's the it's not like Freaky Friday where like they switch the whole movie.
Yeah, so like it
goes back
and
forth.
It's like 3 times a week they will switch bodies at like a specific point in time by falling asleep, and then they'll just wake up as each other. And then like they live in each other's lives in that moment, and they have very different personalities, so they affect each other's lives in different ways.
Yeah.
And they kind of like start to help each other a little bit through
in the way
their
each
lives.
live, they kind of have different, I'd say, cultural ways of living, but it's also like I was going to say the poverty level, but the their social statuses are also very different.
Yeah, she lives out in the country, but she's the daughter of the mayor, so she's like kind of upper status there, while he lives in the city, but he's, a working boy, like he has a job and he has to help pay rent and all this stuff. Lives with his single dad.
Yeah.
But they don't have a lot of money. He's not like suffering, but he has to work hard.
He's just a working class guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Young guy. They're both young. They're both younger.
Yeah. And he's like a bit more abrasive and confident.
This is a tough movie to talk about without spoiling it.
Yeah, I know. And then she's, more meek and reserved, but, has like her sensitive qualities. So they kind of help each other's lives out, because they're obviously act completely different around their friends and family when they are each other.
Yeah.
And it's a mystery, so you can't get into it much, but things develop, and
the way it's a love story, like we said. So, but the way the characters fall in love with one another is I feel like I've never seen it done before.
It's very gradual, but by the point
they don't even realize they're in love until they are in love.
That's by the point when it happens. Like they don't even need to say it. Like you just know where they stand in their relationship, because they are, like, even though they've technically never met.
Yeah.
In real life, like they know each other so well because they've lived each other's, like they know each other the best out of anyone.
Yeah. Next to maybe like their phones, because I say nobody knows you like your phone.
True. The algorithm.
Just your phone in general. Like if your phone was sentient, it would be like, I know too much about
everything
you,
in your life. Yeah.
Every thought you've ever had that you need to check on. Yeah, and you know what I think is crazy about this movie? It sneaks up on you with like some of its messaging, some of like what it has to say. Kind of, I don't want to give too much away, but it like kind of touches on like the impact of war. I guess like those kind of message. It kind of reminds me of like the same way Godzilla -1 did. You know what I mean?
Yeah. There's definitely a message, and definitely like very like hits very emotionally hard. Like it's very emotionally resonant film. It's not one that I think would like destroy someone, but there is like some very heavy emotional scenes where it's just like, I don't know. It's very good at like crafting longing, I would say.
Ooh. Yeah.
That's yearning.
Yearning, yes. And then maybe even yearning and then facing the impossibility.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because obviously with any romance, there is obstacles in the way to them being together.
And if you want to see if they end up together or not, you should check that movie out. What'd you watch it on? Is it streaming on something? I'd like to ask Miranda if she's seen it. We should.
That's a good question. Was it on Apple TV? Did we watch it on Apple TV? or HBO Max.
Oh fuck yeah, I got that.
Yeah,
I
watched
had
on
Apple
HBO.
TV too.
I recommend giving it a rewatch if you haven't watched it in a
It's been a
while.
while. It was a year, I think, because when it came out, it was everywhere. People were talking about it.
Right.
And you know me, man.
That's the thing. I had heard of the movie before because, it's fairly new and it did make a big splash when it came out, but I just never watched it.
Yeah, I mean, and it's not like, as I'd say both of us can rightly say, we're not out here seeking the romance animes.
No,
So it
I'm
kinda,
not. I don't mind romance, but it's not
me
a
neither. It's
genre
not
I
my prime
gravitate
thing.
towards.
But this
And this
movie
is a
really,
full on romance, but like,
holy fuck.
even if you don't,
This movie has what would you guess this movie has on Rotten Tomatoes?
99.
Wow. Close. 98, but that's impressive.
Yeah.
I didn't remember that's what it was. I can't remember what I was looking it up for. Oh, when it came out.
The story's great, the voice acting's really great, but the animation is also beautiful.
God, this shit came out
So,
in
like,
2016.
It's hard to find anything critical about it. Like, I think it's pretty close to a masterpiece.
Yeah.
Good twists and turns.
Yeah, and it's funny, I remember hearing about it when it came out, and I didn't really know what it was about. Like, I went into it pretty blind, other than like the little things I had seen about it, and it surprised me. The plot surprised me. It was not the movie I expected it to be.
Even if you're not a romance person,
I'd say even if you're not an anime
I think you'd
person,
still enjoy it. Even if you're not an anime person, because Kaylee's not an anime person and she loves that movie.
Yeah.
So it's a good one that really can cut across those genres.
Yeah. Yeah. It's so funny that today I learned that anime is our top word, and we're going to talk a lot about anime. We've already said anime.
Now it kind of makes sense.
Yeah, now it does kind of make sense. But yeah, without going into spoilers, I'd love to talk spoilers, but yeah, if you haven't seen that movie,
we'd be doing the shooters a disservice if we spoiled the movie when we're trying to get them to watch these movies.
If you spoil that movie, there's no point watching the movie. If you know what's coming, yeah, enough said. I
mean, I'll still rewatch it just because it's a good movie and it's pretty to look at. But it definitely.
But your
would
first experience
sour the first experience of it.
It would suck compared to what it could be. God, I can't believe how long ago it's been since I've seen that movie. Yeah, I'm gonna put that on the Christmas break to watch list because it's Christmas time. It's the Christmas time season.
Christmas time, all I want is Christmas time
with you tonight. Well, interestingly enough, Braden, I too have an anime to talk about tonight.
No one cares, Chase.
I know.
I'm just kidding. Go ahead.
I know. No, this is one that I found interesting, and I had to watch for this specific episode. So, you know that I'm super into Don, right? Like, it's probably one of my most favorite new anime of this generation. And I had seen, and one of the things I love most about Don, other than everything, is it's animated super pretty.
Very pretty.
It's a great animation style. So I looked into the company, and I had seen this was like a year or so ago. I had seen that they were going to be putting out another anime called Sanda, Sanda, and I was like,
Sanda.
What is this? So, I looked into it, and it was this manga about this kid who transforms into Santa Claus. It's anime Santa Claus story. And it was
into adult
like
old man Santa Claus.
It's a weird show. It's literally one of the strangest, and not in like technically weird anime form, but like it's just one of the weirder animes I've ever watched.
Yeah,
because it's a comedy. It's like Don. It's a comedy, but there's serious elements and serious development going on. Like the more
What if Charlie had to become Santa Claus instead of Tim Allen?
the first episode is vastly different to where the show ends up going. And I ended up just watching the whole season. The whole first season. It just ended to talk about it tonight. Because, I read the first chapter back when I was looking into it. I was like, oh, this seems interesting. But when I first started watching the anime, because I was watching it as it came out weekly, I was like, I don't know. This show might be too weird for me. I don't, and I also don't know if it's one that I watched the English dub, but maybe I shouldn't have. Maybe I should have just read the subtitles, because there's a lot of like, okay, let me set the premise first. It's Japan, but it's like maybe a future Japan where like the government is really big into children, like and youth, like children can get away with murder in this society because like they're kids, and like they worship the idea of children while they like control children, and
is it because of like the population demographic shift of how like they're shrinking, so they need more children?
I don't know, but children are like, I want to say God level, but they're not really God level because they're still being overseen by the adults. Because the kid is in like this academy. It's set so very strangely that like the children go to, and I'm assuming are being brainwashed in. And he finds out, our main character, Sanda, he has a full name, but I can't remember it. He gets stabbed by this one chick in the class, and he gets blood, like red blood on his shirt. And in this awakening of his powers, the red on his clothes activates his Santa genes, because he's a long-lost relative of Santa Claus, and he transforms into this ripped, awesome-looking fucking Santa guy. It's Santa Claus anime, dude. I don't know how else to put it.
Is he a long-lost... He's a long-lost relative of Santa Claus.
He like has the genealogy. He's related, but the ability disappeared like for Santa Claus, reason.
Is Santa Claus like just a mantle that like people in his family take on, or was some dude in the past that like passed on his powers?
I think it was family, but like there was a reason that the Santa Claus, like that nobody's been able to act. Like I think it was like the power was sealed until this kid was able to activate it. I haven't watched the first episode in a while. I don't remember if that's really it, but let's just say that's what it is for now.
Does he like fight?
Yes, he does. He does.
Okay.
And that's the thing, dude. This is a really hard anime to explain because he fights like.
So what else is he gonna do if it's not Christmas?
Yeah, well, everything is Christmas based. That's where I think like if I just read it and like, because I think the English voice actors do a fantastic job, but it's just there's some ludicrous shit being said that I'm just kind of like, I don't know if this would land better if I just read it, because it's weird to hear out loud, especially when we're talking about like kids. There's a strong like there's a subplot of like they try to restrict puberty so kids can stay younger longer. So like the kids, you find out within the show, maybe first couple episodes, that like they don't sleep because it's been learned that like your body develops more from rest. So like they've made kids able to like stay up all the time so they don't sleep.
Very in depth.
But like Santa Claus's whole thing is like he doesn't show up for the kids if they're not asleep. So he's got this move where he like puts kids to sleep, dude. Or like he has more, like there's this one, like he gets more power through people believing in him. And in this world, like Santa Claus, like Christmas has been cut off entirely for generations, I assume. So like he needs to convince people to believe in him
and go to sleep.
And it sounds ridiculous, but it's actually, the more the show went on, the more I was like, all right, I'm kind of into this, because it gets sad, it gets serious, it starts talking about like really heavy subject matter.
I feel like you can take like any ridiculous. Yeah, anime can take any ridiculous premise, and as long as like if they beat you over the head with it and take it seriously enough, you just eventually accept it.
Dude, it's insane. So like the main like villain of this season, and I don't even know if it's the show, I really don't know, is the like headmaster of this academy, who is, I guess, he's like a 98-year-old man, but all he has is like a shriveled hand because the rest of him, he's been so like, he's like done surgeries to stay young. So he's
He's like
really
that
young
woman in
looking,
Doctor Who.
but he's also like a great fighter, and they fight from time to time. This motherfucker has like Santa abilities, but like he can summon like sleigh, like on his leg he gets like big sleigh things.
The sleigh skis.
So they're like sleigh skis, and he fights with them like swords. It's insane. I think as the show, I'm not going to read the manga. I think I'm going to wait and continue watching it as an anime, because it's like, one thing I like about it is animated. It's got an interesting art style, and the animation is fun to watch, even though it's ludicrous. And I'll tell you, the first couple episodes, you're unsure. It's a show that makes you unsure about its jokes, but not in the way that like Fire Force makes you feel that way, but just in a way of like, you're just not sure how to feel. And I don't know if it's because I watched it in English, but because it's very, you'll understand when you watch it. It's kids, but they're not in like a kid environment or situation or type of show. So it's a weird line that I think it crosses at times.
I imagine it, but
it's anime, so you kind of roll with it. Yeah. And I'll tell you what, by the season's finale, there was something that happened that I was like, wow, I didn't think this show had the balls. I didn't think this show had the jingle bells to pull off this.
Yeah.
While it's ludicrous, I mean, I'm telling you, even when I've started enjoying it, I'm still watching it just being like, this show's insane. This show is just kind of weird. Like you
just got to lean into the weirdness if you're gonna make an anime about Santa.
And it's cool. It's cool. He's a kid. It's like He-Man situation when he gets the red on, he turns
Shazam
into basically, and then he has to eat like a bean or something to like go back into his kid form, and they play with that. He's a 14-year-old.
Why not
kid.
like milk and cookies?
Oh, dude, give it time. I'm telling you. I think this motherfucker is going to get a reindeer that's like a badass anime reindeer at some point in this fucking series. So. Dude, I couldn't imagine if they wouldn't go. The way it leans into all the like Christmas, like you almost forget what Santa's about until this anime reminds you by how he's going to get a power.
Does he deliver presents?
So the idea more is like he grants kids wishes, I suppose. So not really the gift Santa. There is this funny, so like he gets trained by this like old lady at one point. You know how these things do.
Right.
And he develops this like, I can't remember exactly what he can do, but if he wears a different suit, he's able to have different like Santa abilities, but they refer to it as Black Santa. And they continuously call it, but like before you see it, he just says, "My mom told me about a Black Santa once," and I was like, "Is that a joke?" And then he transformed into it, and he was like, "Black Santa," and it's just Santa with like a black suit on, and he has like different powers.
What are you supposed to be laughing at? What are you supposed to be taking seriously?
Yeah, and I was like, "Oh, okay." Like, once I heard it, once I knew what they meant, I was like, "Yeah, it's anime. They don't see the Japanese first, so they don't see Black Santa as like a thing." But
right, different cultural context.
I'm gonna pull you up a picture of just what this Santa looks like too.
Yeah, I want to see what he looks like.
You gotta see this guy, Sanda. Yeah, I'll just type Sanda. Go to images. He's just this buff, fucking Santa Claus. And there's characters with these backstories that anime does that makes you get the feels. They're like, you don't know if you like them at first, and then you see their backstory and you're like, oh,
is he gonna get his elves?
Dude, don't even start. This is like a really cool picture of it. Like, can you see that? I know my camera's pretty.
Oh yeah,
like that's the kind of
Santa
where
pretty cool.
And like typically he's just shirtless and ripped too. Like it's ludicrous, man. It's really, and like some character motivations they don't line up inside. Like you'd be like, why would they do that? There's moments like that, but like it's a comedy, so you sort of let it go.
This one series that I read, it's called Tower of God, has that problem.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Do you think that tower might be in the North Pole?
Maybe. I have my own theories.
Do a Tower of God Sanda crossover event episode.
It could work. They both pretty crazy.
Yeah. That all being said, I binged this show. I had a really great time with it. It was
How many episodes?
It was weird. Only 12, so it was easy to get through.
Yeah.
I stopped watching it weekly, and then I saw the finale was the other day, and I watched literally yesterday episodes 4 through 12 throughout the day, and I was like, it was weird, but I also didn't stop watching it, so
right.
That says something. It's one that I wouldn't show like a non-anime fan though. Like if somebody walked in on me that doesn't watch anime and sees me watching the Santa Claus anime, especially with some of the things that happen in this show, I'd be embarrassed.
Especially with all the weirdness the anime has on top of it.
Well, here's the thing. I was watching a little bit of one episode made a twist that I didn't see coming at all. And it basically was this scene where you don't know you're in the dream, but you're in like a girl's like wet dream, and like they start talking about like touching each other, and I'm at work with the volume up. It hasn't gotten that crazy yet, so I'm just like, holy shit, like why are they fucking on this show now? This many episodes in, Santa Claus.
I know you think you're safe at that point.
No, was not safe. I was like, I'll finish this in the van. Nobody needs to be hearing this. I can't be like, it's just an anime I'm watching. Santa Claus is there. Where the fuck are you going?
I'm back.
Good. Glad to see it. Well,
but that's a great find.
Yeah. It's on Amazon Prime.
I'll have to check it out.
Check it out. Tell me how you watch it. If you watch it in English, we'll talk. But if you watch it in Japanese, I'd like to hear your thoughts. Because I really do think it's got because that's my whole thing with anime, dude, is like there's just a lot of, I think people hate dubs because they're actually hearing some of this shit being said out loud and they're like, that sounds lame.
It's the translation.
It is lame. It is lame. We like it, but I have to admit, it's lame.
It just sounds better in Japanese.
Better to read.
Yeah.
That all being said, I thought the dubcast, with an odd-ass script, they did pretty damn good. Because I'll be honest, the script, I think even the heaviest of anime voice actors were probably like, what the fuck am I doing?
How do I say this?
How do I say this seriously?
Yeah. Without laughing.
He has I'd like to hear that laugh in Japanese.
Yeah, how do I ho badassedly?
I think they do it. They do a pretty good job. It works. Do you have any more new nerd shit?
Boy, do I.
Boy, do you. Okay.
Well,
I only had that to talk about.
Yeah. I just
than our main event.
I never caught. Did you and Jake ever talk about one battle after another?
Yes. He talked about it when he first watched it, and I'm pretty sure it was our last episode. He and I had watched it, so he and I talked about it.
Okay, cool.
But I'll hear your thoughts. Did you like it?
Covered it. I loved it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Funny.
It was
surprisingly funny as fuck.
It's good at drawing you in. It makes you uncomfortable in like a Quentin Tarantino kind of way in like a few scenes, which isn't a bad thing.
Yeah.
But it's just like, it's good at making you feel things.
Yeah. Yeah.
And yeah, like, I don't know, the performances were all great. The score was really good, like the little piano, like.
Yeah, the music choices, whether it was like just like the background music or even just like the like art, music that played, it always landed really well.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think what got me most about this movie was I was locked in when it was serious, and then the second it started being more comedic, I was like, oh, this just got way even better. Like, I did not think I was going to be laughing as much as I did. And then it almost gets, I said this to Jake, it almost gets Anchorman level of absurd when you think of like that racist Christmas group of white people. Like, it's almost that ludicrous.
Right. And like, it was all very intentional with how like these people were portrayed and stuff, where it's like they're dangerous and they're crazy, but they're also dorks. Like, they're also not cool people. They have to make like a little treehouse club of their own, so they feel and tell each other that they're superior to other people because they need that. in their lives because they're not inherently cool or interesting people without their money.
Yeah. Honestly, if they didn't have the
Power.
the power to acquire like hitmen and shit, they wouldn't
Like,
be
they'd be
that scary
losers.
at all. Yeah.
Yeah.
But for this movie, it works. That's what I mean. I thought, like, for a movie that it's hard to describe its tone because it is a serious movie. Everything is very serious in it.
Very
And
serious subject matter.
And yet it is so funny. And the way he balances that, incredible.
It's talent. It's a talent. It's dark. I wouldn't even necessarily call the comedic scenes dark comedy because like a lot of the comedic scenes were just straight up comedic, but it wasn't tonally jarring because it fit with like just the chaoticness of this world.
Mm-hmm. And the characters themselves. I mean, Leonardo, you buy into Leonardo being this crazy fucking guy, like just
he's
angry,
a stoner hippie ex-revolutionary.
Dude, I love that he's just like this. So he's taking hits to the bong. I said it. I've said this many times, even after I watched it. I was like, this movie is Taken meets Pineapple Express, and I am all about it. I really did enjoy it. I can see why people were talking about it.
Yeah, I think the best sequences, and you guys probably talked about this, but the like 45 minutes straight sequence of like Leo trying to escape with Javier Bardem or Benicio del Toro. I always get their names mixed up. He's the highlight. And that was one that like there's that whole unbroken track, like piano track for the whole 45 minutes, like it didn't stop. But it worked because you're just like it kept you on the edge of your seat.
And
those two gonna get away.
Those two play together so well that it all kind of meshes together to make a very fun scene to watch. Oh my god!
Yep, you feel calm around him.
Yeah. Okay, Bob.
Yeah, drinking Modelo's.
Time to go. Just throws him out the door. It's this was one of I watched it at 3 a.m. before work one day because that's what I do now. I have 3 a.m. movie time, and I cackling, laughing.
Yeah.
In my living room because
the scene where he misses the jump.
Oh yeah, dude.
Like it's so fast. It's like a split second. It's like the scene, like it's like an intense getaway scene.
You almost think he's just gonna make it too. Like you're like, yeah, this is how these things go.
It's so abrupt. So just like it wasn't even necessarily shot in like a comedic way, but it was just funny in the way it happened. It was just like this just happened. Yeah, it was just very realistic in how it was shown.
Yeah, and it gets him caught, and it.
Yep, he gets tased and arrested, and they have to save him.
Through a very cool underground... Like, I love the little underground factions. Even the
racist
one.
Codes and
like,
it's secrets.
Everybody's got an underground society that they're all just going at each other from. And
it makes me want to be a part of an underground society.
I guess. I mean, I feel like Leonardo DiCaprio's character does not want to be, but like this is where he's at, so he's gotta.
No, it did make it. Yeah, it did make it scary when they're like, "We're just gonna kill you all now."
I love
you have to trust these people with your life because if they rat, they'll kill you.
Yes, yeah. He's yelling at him on the phone. What time is it? I don't fucking know what time. I'm high.
Fuck you.
He just gets so mad, dude. I was laughing so hard at that. And he doesn't even need to be in the movie. The movie does not require anything for the main plot line to play out, depending on what you call the main plot line, which I kind of think
plot-wise, he doesn't do anything to actually
but entertain me, the watcher. Plot. He tries to do things to affect the plot, but really almost nothing. And he's my favorite character in the movie. Yeah, the only thing I'd ask more of that movie is I wish I could have seen Benicio del Toro do like a quick like karate fight, like just like a quick like wah!
Yeah.
It doesn't really have that, and it's fine.
It wasn't like a heavy action movie. Like it's not like there's action in the movie, but it's all very grounded, and it's more so just like what is the world like? Like what do you do? Like, how do people live in this kind of America?
like crazy people.
Yeah.
Like a life that you don't want. Yeah. Good
Yeah.
movie. Good movie. Glad you
I also
also liked it.
yeah, you know the like interrogation scenes with
With the friends.
yeah,
Yeah.
like the guy who did the interrogating, like all the interrogation scenes.
Mm-hmm.
He that was only his second movie credit.
Oh wow.
He had like 20 years of experience in the Department of Homeland Security,
Wow. So he just came
probably
in
doing
and
the
did his
same thing.
job.
Yeah, he literally like was just like he was so good at that because he's done that before in real life.
Damn. That's a good get. Yeah, he did a
Because
great job. He was convincing.
he was scary. He was probably the scariest character. Like he was scarier than Sean Penn?
Yeah.
Sean Penn's character because he was a real person. Like you could
Yeah, that's fair.
like that's how those guys actually are in that job.
Yeah. I'd imagine he would bring exactly what he would do. And that's interesting that you compare him to the Sean Penn character because I do think you do take that guy more seriously, even though Sean Penn is the things he does with his face. Like that's a great
Yeah,
character. Jake said he thinks he's gonna win Best Supporting at the Oscars. Nominations aren't out yet,
he
but
should.
it's damn good. It's a damn good
Yeah,
performance.
it's interesting with like the fascist characters that they really had to toe the line between not making them too goofy, but not making them too cool and badass either. Because like I think they don't want actual Nazis
No.
idolizing
Yeah.
these characters because they will,
Yeah.
even if it's meant to make fun of them
Some
or show
people saw
like,
that
oh, this is
movie and they're like, yeah.
woke trash. Yeah,
Yeah. Definitely. But it's good. You'd be doing yourself
so
a
like
disservice.
he's goofy enough that like you are just like, yeah, this guy's also a loser.
Yeah.
But still competent enough that like you'd still take him seriously as an antagonist.
Yeah.
So that can be another issue is like when you make fun of them too hard, you kind of take away some of the gravity of what they're also capable of.
Mm-hmm.
You want to get through to them that like, yes, these are like scary, dangerous people, but they're also not cool people that like you should aspire to be.
Yeah. That's why we're making fun of them.
Yeah.
Hopefully you get the joke. Yeah. Good year for movies. That was definitely a
Great year for movies, actually.
great year for movies. And that
not a
was
great year
certainly
for
one
movie theaters necessarily, or the movie industry necessarily.
Sure.
But
yeah. Not a great year for America. We don't gotta go that deep. What I'm saying is
No,
good
but-
movies came out this year.
he sure did.
Yeah. Yeah.
War of the Worlds.
Come on now. Be nice. Be nice. Be nice to the little guy.
Amazon.
We don't need to dive into that. Any other new nerd shit, Brayden?
Those are the big ones I wanted to touch upon.
Yes.
Trying to think. I got back into Elite Dangerous again, so I've been playing that.
Nice. Nice.
Yeah. I'm pretty good at it now. I feel like a spaceman.
That's what you said to me in July, so if you got better since then, you must be doing pretty well.
There's something calming about it, because a lot of it's like muscle memory procedures, like buttons you have to press to do things. So it's very like monotonous in a good way.
Yeah, I still God, I'd like to check it out, but it's so hard to find time for things that are on the top of my list to play.
It's a big time sink to like get to just being where you can do some like things at the game. So
yeah, that's what happened with me in Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. I was just
like it takes you a long time to just figure out how to actually play the game, let alone be good enough at it to do some of the other fun things in the game. There's a lot of things you can do, not a lot of things you can do right away.
Yeah. which is fine. I actually do like that. It's more that I just don't have the time. Like Kingdom Come Deliverance was fucking awesome, but I was just like, I do not have the time to get where this game wants me to get. So I had to put it down. Be like that sometimes, though. Be like that sometimes.
Do. But yeah, no, besides that, I don't have any current new nerd shit to talk about.
Okay. Then I say, Braden, we get into our main topic. Braden and I did something that, well, in a way defines our friendship. We went to the movies together and saw an animated film.
The first time in a long time, it feels like.
Yeah, it has been a while, especially for something I'd say of like this scale of movie. We saw Avatar, Fire and Ash. Avatar
Woo.
3.
Doing a Navi
Oh,
kiss.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's how I was feeling after we left that movie. We'll start with a little non-spoiler before we get into like what the movie is, but like overall, I liked the movie. I had a good time at the movie.
I did. I had a fun time watching it.
So it succeeded in that realm for sure. Like of the three, it's the one that I was most into. Like the big by the end, I mean, you were sitting next to me. I was in it. I was in that.
Like
movie.
any Avatar, I recommend seeing it in the theater first because it's a very fun to-year experience.
Yes. Yeah.
Just long, but
once again,
so pee beforehand.
I really do think when it comes to the 3 as well, it's paced well. It feels a lot quicker than the last movie. Even though it is longer, it feels faster.
I kept going back and forth with the pacing. I couldn't decide if I thought it was paced well or not. Because there's definitely times where I was like, oh, this is really flying. Like, I don't feel like that long into it. And then there were just a few moments where I was like, all right, we could pick this up a little bit. I'm starting to see the length.
Yes. Yeah. I will say, though I think the pacing was pretty good, there were times where I was like, you could have shaved maybe even 20 minutes off of this movie.
Yeah, maybe just have it a solid 3 hours, and I think it would be fine.
Yeah, but not enough that it took away the fun that I was having, especially when I started having a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, also spoiler-free, but not spoiler-free. I mean, I've been telling everybody, and I try to say it in a positive way. It sounds negative. It's positive. Hey, it's the same movie for the third time. And it
sure is.
It's pretty good, though. It's it's the best of all 3.
So Kaylee's in the room with me right now.
Oh, right.
And I said, are you worried about being spoiled for this movie since she hasn't seen it yet? And she's like, no, I don't really care too much. And I'm like, okay, well, good, because it's actually kind of very hard to be spoiled from this movie if you've already seen the first two.
Especially if you've seen both, yeah. But almost definitely
you can take a pretty good guess as to what happens in this movie.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You can guess most of the plot points.
But they do them, I think, to the best of all 3.
It's definitely like third in a trilogy type of movie where it's like, yeah, we have elements from the first and second movie, but we're going to do them the biggest we've ever done it before.
Yeah. And by elements, we mean like exact things. Like exact things. Like most
down
movies
to like
don't
story
do that.
beats.
Yeah.
Even to like points, like character moments where I was like, didn't we already cover this?
Yeah.
Before?
Yeah.
Set pieces that were reused.
Set pieces, to me, that's the biggest, like where I think this movie did have its own, like, plot lines with characters, even though the way they were going about felt very familiar. They were still kind of unique to this movie. There were sets that just had me like, that's exactly
very same
what the last movie looked like. Like, the final battle is the same battle from both movies in its own way, but, like, you literally see the same set pieces. The whales are battling the people trying to kill the whales. Again, Like
And
we already did
they're
that.
still living. Yeah, they're still living in the water people village, like the water tribe village. So like
Yeah.
all of like the downtime scenes between like major story chapters still take place in that village, which the same happened in the second movie, which
Yeah.
is fine.
Yeah.
But it's in terms of like the leap from the first movie to the second movie, where we waited 15 years, like people were ready for a new Avatar, and then we get to see a completely new part of Pandora. Like it delivered, like the second movie delivered on that.
Yeah.
Like completely new animals, new regions, new Navi.
Mm-hmm.
Like this one they did switch around locations, but they had to keep coming up with
Yeah.
convoluted excuses as to why they have to move from locations. And their home base is still the Water Tribe base. We do see where the Ash Tribe lives briefly, but it's not focused on. Like we don't stay in that region for more than a scene, which I was disappointed by because they are, I think, the most interesting part of the movie.
Yeah. I really enjoyed them. Every their world, but also the main girl.
Their storyline and the Colonel's storyline was my most interest. Like that's my favorite part of the movie. Like I think that's the strongest part. Which I said he became my favorite character.
Yeah,
in these movies.
Quaritch.
The Colonel. Miles Quaritch.
Miles Quaritch. Yeah.
Yeah.
The Colonel.
Very memorable name, Miles Quaritch.
You'll get it though. Maybe
I don't even know if did they even reveal his name in the first movie?
I think so.
Probably.
So. I haven't watched it in a while. I'll check.
They probably said it in all three movies, and I just never.
Definitely. Yeah, I think I'd agree with that. I really do like seeing. Well, he's the only character that is like developing. Not the only character, but like he has a very interest. Like Jake Sully doesn't really need. Like he's just an adult guy. Like he's an adult. He did his developing in the first movie.
He's a Marine. That's his character arc. Sure. He's a Marine. He tells everyone he's a Marine. He acts like a Marine. He acts like a father who was a former Marine.
Yep.
Like it's just that trope. Like that's his character.
Yeah, and you know they put
we've seen it.
They sprinkle some drama with it in this one, and you know it's enough to like keep you watching. But you're pumped when you get back to the other stuff going on.
And like a colonel is a colonel, but he's developing, like you said, a lot more. And there's more dimensions to his character, and he's like the most bombastic character on the screen. Besides, we'll talk about her in a minute too. The fire chick Nabi lady.
Yeah.
But like in terms of like characters that are interesting to watch, I think is the most fun because Jake Sully, like I said, he's pretty generic, like movie hero.
I like him because I know him at this point.
Right. He's familiar. He's comfortable. There's nothing wrong with him.
He's got a family.
He's just not like the most interesting, like in terms of interesting protagonist, like, you know, put him up beside Aragorn.
They sure put him into some interesting situations though in this one. I'll say that much.
Yeah.
They do some cool shit with him.
He's competent. It's definitely, this is the most dramatic of the three films. Like it's the most serious. It has the most serious subject matter because we leave off the second film with the death of their son. So like they're processing that in this movie as, you know, like that's not even a spoiler. Like that's just obvious that would be going on.
Yeah, the movie's
and I understand why that needs to happen, but it does make it for more seriousness. Like the characters have to be a lot more dramatic, so there's a lot less fun in the beginning because they're processing this trauma. And Neytiri, is that the Zoe Saldana's? Yeah, like she spends her first few scenes like very grief stricken, and she's angry pretty much throughout the movie.
You kind of watch that development, of getting over that through war.
Yeah. And she processes her trauma through war pretty much, but still traumatized.
Yeah.
But yeah, like, so in terms of like characters that were actually having a good time still, like the Colonel character is the fun one to watch because he's having a great time. Like,
Yeah.
even though he's consistently losing and getting
And you
outmaneuvered
still
by Jake
want him
Sully.
to lose. He's still the bad guy.
Yeah, he's still
just
a bad
fun
dude. He
bad guy
still
to watch.
wipes out villains. I'm not saying he's a good person.
Mhm.
Like, my favorite character does not equal I like what he's doing
Yeah.
in the story. It's just that, like, he
I'm glad he's
is
in
the
it.
most interesting to watch. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, these movies would be lesser without him, which
And you know
is,
what?
you know,
Going into the second one, knowing that this was their plan, was making him come back and be an. I was like, this is stupid. But now I'm like, actually, no. And I think I felt that way when I watched the second one. I was like, actually, no, I'm into this. I remember in the second one, when he
like, you're not, like,
smashes his own skull, I was like, oh, this is interesting. I like this.
yeah, like, they're not going to find a better antagonist at this point, and I do think it's what this series needs. Like, they need some kind of memorable arc or a character or something, so, you know, has that cultural relevance that people could reference. And, like, they're just not going to find someone at this point better than him. Like, they've already done the mistake of introducing new characters that aren't that great already, that they can't write out, which I did hear a funny quote from James Cameron about Spider, the character, which we'll talk about him because he's pretty important to this film.
For sure.
But apparently James Cameron tried to write him out of the story originally. I don't think it was even necessarily because of the actor. I think it was even before they made the second or third film.
Yeah.
But he said it didn't work because otherwise the Colonel and Jake are just, if they don't have a reason to, like, clash, like, over a child or something, like,
Sure.
they're just two dudes that hate each other.
Maybe
like,
not even clash. There's no reason for them to even ever, like, whoa, compromise. Like,
right, like,
yeah.
have any kind of interactions. So, like, they needed some kind of sticking point, like, common chain that keeps them, like, drawn to each other. Otherwise, it'd just be like a pretty bland antagonistic relationship. So I get the need for the character. I just think, like, the actor they got, he's the newer actor, and he's definitely, I think, one of the weakest in these films.
Yeah, you know what?
He's not atrocious. He's not, like,
No.
egregious. It's not like Anakin Skywalker level, Jake Lloyd level. Like, I hope people don't bully him over this. But
yeah, no, and I don't think so. And I think they plan on to continue using him. This kind of ties into a feeling that I've had ultimately when it comes to James Cameron and movies and the types of movies he makes, and honestly the Avatar types of movies in general. I think he does like, what I love most about James Cameron is he makes movies that basically have this, like, the same, like, DNA of the types of movies that were made when he was making movies in the 70s, 80s, 90s.
Yeah.
And presents them in the newest way. And I think they contradict themselves. I think that way of doing things for some people contradicts itself. Whereas I really enjoy it. I'm like, okay, like, where this feels a little less for A, B, or C, it actually fits the tone of, like, trying to feel like a 70s, 80s movie. And with that comes bad actors, some are, like, not, noticeably bad actors, and yet he makes it work.
Well, I know, like, the kid who played John Connor in Terminator 2, people did not like at the time. He's not considered a great actor, but Terminator 2 is still considered one of the best sequels of all time. And no, I totally agree with you of how, like, he kind of still makes films like when he was at his peak in the 70s and 80s. And I think that's a big benefit, because one of the things I noticed about these Avatar films in general is that they don't feel like they're definitely a modern film with, like, the most modern magic, and, like, basically rewrote the book in terms of how to visually present a modern film.
Yeah.
But they don't, like, story structure wise, they don't feel like a modern movie. And, like, they're one of those movies that doesn't suffer from, like,
out of it when he's just
it's
trying
like,
to make a good romp.
It doesn't suffer from, like, the sincerity issue that people have started to complain about, of how we've kind of just been, like, drowning in irony. in our films and stuff, where like every dramatic moment needs to be undercut with a quip or a joke in a lot of this film, and this movie doesn't have that. Like, it's about blue people on an alien planet that's like completely made up from James Cameron's mind, and they are taking it completely seriously, and that invites us to take it more seriously, even though like it's ridiculous on the surface, and that's a good thing because movies used to be like that. And a lot of movies these days aren't exactly like that, but this one is. Like, it's not, they aren't funny movies. There's comedic parts in them.
I
Sometimes
don't know, man.
not even intentionally.
I will say, during this movie in particular, I laughed so fucking hard at one point. I thought I was gonna tear up because I couldn't let it out. I was trying to fight it. It wasn't supposed to be funny, but I laughed.
It's like the hokey comedy where it's like, I don't even think they necessarily mean for this to be funny, but because of the sincerity that like they're taking in these scenes, like it is just genuinely funny.
Yeah.
And I know exactly what scene you're talking about.
Yeah,
and
we're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about it.
Did you watch the Australians video on it?
I started
or listen to their podcast.
I started it, and then I was like, I'm going to wait till I talk about it to hear their thoughts.
They mentioned that scene, and they had the same reaction that we did. So I'm guessing that scene's...
Dude.
A lot of people probably laughed at it.
I couldn't, but like, it just hit me, because the whole, like you said, the whole movie is so serious. And then all of a sudden, they just walk up, and like, first all I saw was like WWE wrestlers. Like, that's what I couldn't not see that. And then the more I even took in what I was seeing, I was still, it wasn't any less ridiculous. Oh my God. I was laughing, and I was fighting it. You know how loud I can laugh if I think our theater was not a group
kicked out of our theater.
Right. It would have been I would have been the only one. And there, it wasn't packed, but there were people that would be like,
but yeah, it wasn't a crowd that was like watching movies like we watch movies, where like we sometimes like to whisper jokes,
especially
or commentate on it.
I like the Avatar series, but we're not like diehards. I mean, fuck, if we were diehards, we would have seen it opening night. We saw it Sunday.
Right.
Yeah. Afternoon, which for Avatar movies, if they're all going to be this fucking long, I think that's how we should watch all of them, is just at noon, because that was I was awake for the whole thing. I think that's what helped with like, when I saw we were 2 hours in, I was like, okay, we're moving. Yep.
We walked out, it was still daylight.
Yeah, perfect time to watch one of these movies. With all that being said, I think I want to dive into spoilers. That's as much as I can say about this movie, I think, without spoiling it. But I do want to talk about some things.
Certainly.
Let's see. Do we want to start with goods, bads, sads, thoughts? Here's one more thing I guess I could say before we really dive into it. But I think the whole series holds itself back in the sense of like, it touches on the fantasy elements, but it doesn't dive far enough deeper into them. Like, I wanted with like the Kiri abilities and like other things that they kind of presented in Way of Water, not that they didn't develop, but I wanted a little more and maybe a little more information about it.
Right.
Why
there's still
it's
time
happening,
for that. Like,
but
I definitely think they'll like, if a fourth one does come out, they will show
you have to
her powers.
Yeah.
So basically, I guess if we can just get into spoilers, there's a few running plot threads. Like, it follows the, like, perspectives of several different characters. So like Jake Sully, obviously, his son, who this movie's kind of like his coming of age story for his son.
Yeah.
The surviving one.
Which in a weird way, the last movie was kind of like that too. Yeah.
The Sigourney Weaver one, which I think is voiced by Sigourney Weaver, isn't she? Yeah.
Capped by her.
Yeah, Sigourney Weaver's daughter, Nobby, who...
Kitty.
As we were talking about... Is that her name, Kitty?
Kitty.
Yeah, who... in this film, her like AWA powers are being developed more, where I forget what all happened in the second film, but they showed it in the second film.
It started. She definitely does more with it in this one.
Yeah, her thing is she can't connect to the net, like the neural network that all the Na'vi can connect to with their hair. Like she's blocked out from it. But she also has a special connection to Awa. And as we find out later, like she has some like warrior Awa powers. I think they mentioned like the warrior goddess powers, where it happened in the first movie where Awa like decides to help them. And then basically like the planet itself turns into a weapon and all the animals fight on their side, the plants fight on their side. Like
Kiri just gets the first movie's end battle powers.
Yeah, basically.
But in the last movie, she could only do it a little. In this one, it was full-blown first movie end scene.
So if we're thinking of in like anime, because James Cameron watches anime.
James Cameron watches anime, definitely. After watching this movie, you don't think that? If he tries to deny it, he's a fucking liar. He's a liar. He watches anime. Go on.
So she gets that anime power. You know, the important main character power. It's setting her up to be like a main character, basically. Like she's going to be really important.
To me, she's like an Avatar, but like from the Avatar Last Airbender universe. Like,
yeah, surprisingly a lot of similarities between the actual two Avatar things that get confused all the time. We always have to distinguish between the two, whichever one we're talking about.
Yeah. I like to really fuck with people. If somebody says like the blue bird, like the blue people, I'm like the blue arrow? Like, what do you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so she has the AWA powers.
She does have the AWA powers.
The Spider, the human boy.
The human boy. The human boy who could.
I would say the plot centers, out of all the children, the plot centers around him the most, or like it's
they sort of make him a MacGuffin.
Yeah, he's basically a human MacGuffin. Which happens in stories. Humans can be MacGuffins.
Mm-hmm. And this is a cool one. I mean, I think it's interesting.
Out of any MacGuffins, they did this one in an interesting way of the way they're taking it, and it's understandable. But basically, so if we're getting into spoilers, Spider's whole thing is that he's a human. He can't breathe the air. He always has to live in a mask, and that is starting to take a toll because they're still fugitives. They don't have like regular access to human mask equipment, and they started to run into problems. They end up going with the air nomads. The airbenders show up.
Yeah, they do. It's in their blimps, in the Fire Nation blimps.
Yeah, so right away, this is like early, like beginning of the movie, we meet a new Na'vi tribe, which we don't learn their names, but they're sky traders, they call them.
Yeah, I think we do get a name, but I glossed over it. But yeah, there's sky traders.
Yeah, and they're cool.
Raiders.
They're cool. Like this is, part of what I always get excited for with new Avatar movies is like seeing like the new animals and like how the different tribes use different animals.
Yeah.
And so these ones have like some cool air-focused animals that are kind of like giant balloons.
Yeah.
Like these big like sky whales.
Yeah, they're like a whale balloon. Yeah.
Yeah, that like push these ships around, and they're like nomadic traders. And I call them air nomads because they're nomads. They go from place to place trading things.
Yeah.
And they kind of dress like them too. Like these Na'vi dress in robes, and they're more kind of like swashbuckling.
Yeah, I really like their aesthetic. I mean, they're not in the movie long, but I was hoping they would be with how much I liked the way they like looked.
I thought they were gonna be more important, but I guess they were kind of just like
they get fucked
world
right
building
away. Yeah. World building, and then to set up a neat action scene, because I do think the pacing for action scenes in this movie, they keep you pretty well paced with
very well done.
Yeah, till the crescendo.
Yeah, so like they have to go with these sky traders with Spider to find more masks. And along the way, they're ambushed by the Ash People tribe. I think they call themselves the Ash People.
Something like that.
That's what the name that they're given. But they're a warlike Na'vi.
The Raiders hit the traders.
Yeah, the raiders hit the traders. The scene where they come across is like very cool. It's like pretty normal scene, like that. It's like just between the characters, kind of like business as usual, talking, and like they're flying on their griffins or whatever they're called, wyverns,
Yeah.
bird things. And then all of a sudden, like, that,
I love that somebody out there is like, they're called this, but like,
yeah,
wyvern bird thing works for me.
yeah. Oh, and you're from that. You see Neytiri's perspective, and she's flying. And then all of a sudden, like you see a bunch of shadows fall from behind her, and like it's just on, like the ambush scene.
Yeah.
Like,
pretty well done.
They all come from the sky.
Pretty fun to watch. The way the Ash people fight, when that one lights himself on fire, or she lights him on fire, and he just fucking kamikazes the one ship to use like fire.
They
fighting.
had a
pretty
Mad
cool.
Max style witness me moments of just like, I wouldn't even be surprised if they took inspiration from Mad Max, because they're crazy warlike Navi people, so they're pretty gung ho about death.
Yeah.
One lights himself on fire and like dive bombs an air blimp animal
blimp
and
whale.
kills it.
Yeah, and I mean the kids have to escape. That's what I mean. You get the same kid escape from the bad guy scene that you get in the last movie, but it's amplified. It's better.
Yeah, they're all separated. Did you think? I thought for a split second that they were gonna actually kill Neytiri.
Dude, I did too. When she took the arrow, and it was early on in the movie, but I was like, I guess if they're gonna do it, might as well do it quick.
Be a way to set up the new antagonist of like she kills their strongest warrior. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And it was at that point I was like, yeah, I'd believe they'd kill her. They didn't, but like, yeah, I also thought she was gonna die. And then the more that it kind of dragged her out, like going, because like I thought she was dead immediately. And then once
they showed that she survived, like she like landed on things to cushion her fall, I was like, okay, she's alive.
Yeah, I was a little worried about her when she went to break Jake out of jail, which I thought that was also really fun. Actually, I liked the idea of Jake in his avatar form with like all these people yelling at him as he's coming in to get put into prison. Like that's as much culture we get from like non-Navi people, but it's like it's a little bit more. It's a little something more. They have some type of society that gives a shit about all this.
Right.
So that was fun. And his breakout scene in general
that was cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was
basically
different.
Yeah, we could describe the story. That's it. That happens a bit later in the movie.
Yeah.
Like close to the end of the second act, beginning of the third act, I would say.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, to sum up the movie, from up to like after they're attacked by the raiders, they're all separated. They have to find each other again.
Mm-hmm.
Spider gets like his mask gets broken, and he almost dies. And then Cutie, is that her name?
Kitty.
The one with the new nature powers summons the help from Awa, and like this like spore, like hair-like spore, kind of like mycelium things, fungus starts to cover his body.
Yeah.
And then he wakes up and he can breathe without a mask on Pandora, which is a big deal.
It's the first time a human's ever been able to do it. His entire biology has changed.
Completely unassisted, so like he's been changed by Pandora himself.
She straight up changed him into a MacGuffin.
Yeah, which
on the spot.
It's great for him, but also bad for everyone else, because now this means he is very valuable to the humans on Pandora who want to capture him and study him and find a way to replicate it so all humanity can breathe on Pandora, and then they'll fully colonize the planet, because that's basically where these movies have been going, is that humanity keeps coming and coming. They have a whole city built now at this point, and they're only going to keep colonizing more until, like they said, Pandora's going to look just like how Earth was.
Yeah.
And once they're done with that, they'll move on to the next planet.
This movie does not hold off on being like, people suck. Human beings are trash messaging. Just are.
Yep.
These movies make you feel bad about humans. They make you sad about animals.
Oh, dad, still destroying the planet,
Yep.
still
hard to
killing
see.
whales. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, after that point, you could say the movie just goes into a series of different characters being captured and uncaptured and recapturing each other for like a
lot of
good hour and a
capturing,
half.
a lot of
Yeah.
bartering, a lot of I'm gonna kill somebody, but they never do. So you kind of wonder if they ever will.
A lot of capture. Yeah. A lot of capture. A lot of holding knives
But
up,
it works.
up to people's throats.
It's fun. It keeps you involved. I did enjoy the beginning bit where Jake and Miles Quarch, are teaming up. Colonel Miles, yeah, Quarch. You don't think people will be going as him for Halloween this year? You don't think he's left a mark?
They could now.
They might now. So that was cool seeing them like kind of like buddy up at the beginning, because I wasn't sure if like, are they gonna team up this whole movie to fight the main fire bitch? No, but that's
they do have a brief anime team up where the villain from a previous season teams up with the heroes because they share a common goal or a common enemy at this point, and that is to get Spider, because Spider is Quaritch's real son, and he is Jake's adopted son.
Yeah.
And so, like I said, with Miles Quaritch, the Colonel, he's my favorite character. He has a whole side plot in this movie and arc where he enlists the help of the fire people, the ash people, Na'vi, and starts, everyone called it, banging the head Na'vi chick, like the chiefess.
Good for him, though. Truly.
Barada, I think her name is.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. Great character.
Yeah.
Love that character. She's scary
cool.
and sexy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's
they do try to make
combination for a blue cat girl.
Yeah, she's crazy. They're all. We find out that these Na'vi have basically been.
At one point.
Yeah, they do drugs. They like to kill people.
Yeah.
They do something similar to like scalping, where they'll take the hair tails of slain Na'vi, which is seen as like a big
deal. Oh my god, this movie really introduced like one of her big first attacks is she connects to people through the hair and like attacks them through that link.
Yes, it introduced that they can use their hair for combat.
Yeah, so that was interesting.
Because that's how she's initially captured by Quaritch, and then she does that move on his Na'vi, and he's not expecting it, so she captures him then.
Yeah.
And he introduces them to weapons, quite literally how, the cowboys introduced like gunpowder and rifles to Native Americans.
Sure, yeah.
Definitely didn't cause any future problems.
Future solutions, if you ask me.
But yeah, because they're fire people, they worship fire. They love to like light themselves on fire and throw fire around. They're obviously going to be interested in firearms.
Sure are. That's the only connection to fire this whole movie even fucking has. There's
pretty much it's just like, what if Na'vi
is misleading?
What if not only the human Na'vi have guns, but all of them do?
Yeah. Scary thought.
At this point, the only Na'vi that use guns were humans.
And it presents a really, scary camaraderie, because like they were already scary and now they have weapons and now they're working for the government. Like it's
basically he's going through the same arc that Jake had in the first movie.
Villain
just a darker twisted version of it, because he's a dark, twisted version of Neytiri, you could say.
Yeah, and they kind of do have like a bitch off throughout the movie, which I'm all for.
I did look it up because I couldn't assume, like you would assume that they've been doing this for generations, but
they're rather new.
More recently became raiders and like forsaken Awa. They don't worship Awa.
She was a kid when whatever happened made them not believe in Awa. So it's just like her lifetime.
Basically, there's some fire. It burnt down like their home and everything around them.
Turn it into ash. It's the titular fire and ash.
Yeah, they called out to Awa for help. and she didn't answer. So they turned against her and became
Makes
evil
sense.
and started to like raid other Na'vi for their resources.
And all the history and all the any information you get out of them, there it was. Boom.
Yep.
Which is enough. For this movie, it's enough.
I wish so. So if we're going to talk about some of the things that we wish could have been different, I did think they were the most interesting part of the story, and I do wish that they were fleshed out more, like their region. Because like with the water people, we get how they live, and you know their culture and dynamics. Same with the forest people. Like we do get that with the fire people, but it's more surface level. Just like, oh, they're savages.
Yeah.
Like they're just the crazy warlike ones.
They kind of are. Like they're just tree people that went bad. So like I get why we didn't get a lot, but it'd be fun to see more.
You could make them more interesting beyond just being tree people who went bad. Is what I'm saying. Like,
sure, and hopefully
you could have written a different
later
story.
Movies, maybe they can develop them. That's the thing about these movies; they really can just pluck and do like, who did we develop in the last one? Quartz. Okay, this time we're developing the fire people. Like,
because I was waiting for like some cool like lava beast Pandora monster that they use or something. But she does the one new thing we do get besides like the sky people animals, which are very brief and they don't. They kind of use the same animals from the previous two movies the most, but the main mount of the fire lady is like a different mount from the rest of them. It's like it's almost like a bug-like thing.
Yeah. So you gotta wonder
like a
where
dragonfly
those come from. Yeah.
But that's about the only new one. Otherwise, it's the same sea creatures. The whales get another spotlight.
Some new sea. There's some new like kind of flowery monster creatures. But yeah, I know what you mean. There's no like new mount characters. Are you
talking about those flowers that she used to knock out the guards?
Yes, or even like the one.
I think those are just flowers
that Kiri like summoned at one point and like shot needles out of.
Yeah, I think that was just a flower.
Huh. I mean, everything's alive on Pandora.
Yeah.
So it is an alive flower. I don't know. I thought there were some new visual elements, but just not a lot. And another thing, I like the fantasy element. Like I like the scene of going into like the whales higher culture because they are this like smarter sea creature, and you kind of like get that crazy scene where the alive son Noak maybe is his name, kind of has his completion of coming to age as he fights for his whale to be part of the whale army and like get recommended by the whale army.
Payakun, I think the whale's name was.
Sure. And yeah, he kind of, I don't know. That's his fantasy character development arc, the crescendo kind of moment. He gets the whales to be like, we're going to fucking kill people now.
The Australians described it as when they were like introducing the movie, it was like, it answers questions such as, can you teach a whale to hate? Because that is kind of what the crux behind the whales is that they're like pacifists and they don't believe in fighting.
But it's about goddamn time.
They're trying to get them to go back on that and be like, no, you'd actually be very useful in the ocean battle that we're about to have.
You don't have to fight the things that live here naturally, but these are invaders and we need to kill them because they're killing you.
And they will wipe you out.
And they do some cool shit because in the last one they didn't do any. Like the main one did some fighting, but like the other ones didn't fight. So it was cool to see like, oh, this whole pod is about to fuck shit up. And the way they kill that like main dude that I thought died in the last movie, all he did was lose his arm. Now he's got a robot arm. The way they killed him, fucking awesome. Great way to go out.
Yep, all of the things that were supposed to fight in the battle in the second movie actually fought in the third movie. The water tribe fought.
Mm-hmm. Sort of, I guess. Well, I don't know about that. I think the water tribe, they fought a little, but still dipped. Like, they still just disappear. Both movies, final battle scenes that look exactly the same, involve the water people army just disappearing.
You can't describe it away in the second movie because they didn't get fucked up that badly, but you could describe it away in the
could
third
say,
movie.
yeah,
They're like,
they got-
they did take some hits in this one. They took some casualties,
Yeah.
so like they might have been dispersed.
Oh my
and,
god,
like, not
the
able to
mom
help.
died. The mom died and gave birth. Jesus
Yep.
Christ, that was heavy. Yeah, the one kid, the one like friend of Noak's got fucking killed. Like,
Yep.
there were some deaths. The final battle, I was super into it, man. The fucking water things come, the sky things come, it's just a fucking end game type of like final.
Taruk Maktal comes
Taruk
back.
Maktal comes. I loved how like the ships were getting exploded and like falling into that AWA portal for the final set piece. Like that was awesome. I was pretty jazzed about the end of the movie.
It was a very grand scale battle, but I at some points couldn't tell. Like it was like it scaled at however much it needed, like there to be things still left at any point in the scene, because like you see his opening establishing shot of like all the things that are going there, and then like there's the initial attack where like they wipe out seemingly like a bunch, like most of their shit. Like it looks like they're wiping out a lot of their ships, and like they took out the main mothership and stuff.
Yeah,
and then the fire people counterattack, and it looks like they fuck them up a bunch and kill a bunch of them.
Classic
and then
movies.
It still looks like
movies.
Like all of their fleet and shit is still intact, even though like that initial attack fucked them up pretty badly.
Yeah.
Now it looks like all of the Na'vi on their side are suddenly gone or dead. But then they would come back later, so like you can never quite tell where the battle was going.
Yeah.
Like it just evolved into chaos. And then like whenever they needed there to still be a lot of things back, like it's suddenly nighttime now, but they still have all their ships and like underground submarine fleets. And so we need to kill them all again because we need the second wave to counterattack. So it's just like, all right, it's just however much we say they have in any given
point
moment.
In the movie too, like that's another thing that a movie that's 3 hours long kind of has in its favor is like you are willing to forgive because you're finally at the action part of this long ass movie and it's good, so you're just like whatever. But yeah, you're right.
Which this is where it gets the most. The last hour and a half, I would say, is the most egregious for like you just copied someone's homework and changed it a little bit, because down to like the set pieces that they use, it's almost like identical in terms of like the story beat, because they have to go back into I'm pretty sure they used the same set piece from the second movie of like the sunken ship, because they sink another big ship in the third movie, and his kids are captured again and taken to that sinking ship, and they have to infiltrate this ship, like the same exact thing that happened in the battle in the second movie.
Yeah. For sure.
Like down to the numbers, just like the antagonists were switched around a little.
It has the set piece of the portal fucking shipwreckage battle happening, because if that
while this is all going on, there's like a big magnet in the sky.
Yeah, if that part wouldn't have showed up, it would have been exactly like that was the new addition that they added to what they copied.
Which that doesn't really even affect anything until the very end.
Ship. Yeah. I mean, you saw me like when and like there's a fluctuation of like there's battle
it's
shit
different
going
characters
on.
Doing the thing at this point.
There's the anime scene of like Kiri and Spider and the little one like in the spirit world doing that to like to get Awa to come and be a part of the battle. And I love how she like gets the electric in her hair and she fights off the ash bitch, like stay away from my mom, you bitch.
Again, that was another scene where it's just like, all right, now she's got the power to counterattack. So now they're suddenly going to have a bunch of ships left again.
Yeah.
Which, again, you forgive it at that point. But I was just like, all right, it's just more for the spectacle than like actually a coherent battle.
And I was still like, that's where I was locked into the movie. Like the whole probably first hour and a half, I was like, yeah, I like this. I'll tell you what, man, as soon as we hit that spider scene where Jake is going to take Spider in the woods, tell him to go look at
we
the
didn't
flowers.
even talk about that scene. That's the best scene. It
might be the best
movie.
scene. It was such a weird, it felt out of place, but I still really liked it. Like it was just very dark and I didn't know where it was going.
In terms of emotional weight, that's the best scene of the movie, because they genuinely, like, I don't even care about Spider. I didn't really like him as, like, his character, because I found him annoying, but, like, I was still like, well, I hope he doesn't do it. Like,
kill this kid. Like, this is pretty dark.
And they do a good job at making it look like he's going to.
Yeah, and it's a subtle way of like showing character development happen through Jake and Natiri as they overcome like they want to kill this kid, but they're like we
It was
shouldn't
a
kill
brief
this
scene.
kid.
It was a brief scene
Dark.
that made me actually like be like, oh, I actually care about these characters and want them to do well. Even though I was like on the surface and like, yeah, they're the main characters, but I was still just like, not you can't corrupt Jake Sully.
You can't corrupt Jake Sully and kill Spider. Kiri loves him. They kissed. Oh no. Yeah, it was like, but I believe they do it, even though they didn't. But I would believe that they were gonna do it, but I liked that they didn't. It was an overall very deep scene for a movie that's not necessarily all that deep.
Yeah, it's like the trolley problem, where it's like, would you kill your son in order to save your planet, basically?
Yeah. And I don't know. And I think it was from that point on, that's when the movie itself was just like, okay, every scene is kind of big like that, and then it's the end, and then it's the action stuff. So it was like, once we got going, you saw me. You saw me next to you. I was having a great time.
Oh, yeah.
Court shows
like
up
the marine
dressed like
biologists.
a fucking, Kratos, and that made me laugh.
Oh, yeah. That
God
scene.
damn,
so that was the
made me
scene we were
laugh.
saying that we laughed out loud at.
Laugh so like, oh God.
He walks in.
Just
the colonel walks in.
Full freak.
The movie's very serious at this point, but like he's been having like this Na'vi native experience.
Yeah.
And like there's this one scene where he walks in with the general, like this person who doesn't like him in the first place because he's insubordinate. And he's walking in like full Ash people clothes, like war paint, everything, like loincloth.
It
the whole
makes
shebang.
sense, but it's just so like it hits you. It's a moment that just completely hits you.
Well, you can even see like the human characters in the room are all kind of like, what the fuck are you wearing?
Yeah,
they don't say anything to him, but they're like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Like,
and
that's kind of like what the audience reaction is. And it's just so fun.
I was gonna cry. I was laughing as quiet as possible, as hard as I could.
Yeah,
and I couldn't stop.
He's
and
like,
the movie played for a while before I finally calmed down.
The most racist man once he finally gets some kind of community.
Totally. Oh my God. Yes.
Because he wears like military clothes on his Na'vi up to like that point. That's the first time he actually like starts to adopt the native culture.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was the best part of the film, I would say.
Yes. Oh. Hands down.
So I guess this is the biggest spoiler of the film. And they definitely could bring him back because it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
But
he does. They've already done it.
He does supposedly sacrifice himself in the end, the colonel, and
kind of an unnecessary sacrifice, sort of like they were.
Yeah, like they were gonna just capture him.
Yeah.
Again, which he'd been captured 3 different goddamn times in the movie already, so it wasn't that big of a deal. But now he like jumps and
it's like if I can't go be with my girlfriend, I'm out of here.
Yeah, jumps into the big magnet. The girlfriend, interestingly, survives, so she'll probably remain an antagonist in future films, which is good. They should keep her around. I was glad they didn't kill her off in this.
Like even if they're not that important in the later ones, they're still. I'm happy to see them.
You especially need her if you're gonna kill him off because.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think he's dead. I don't think. I think you said it best. Like it was kind of weird that he even did it at all. It's like he was just.
They are setting him.
We would have got a Gollum in the lava pit death if he did die.
Yeah, they were setting up his arc of like they're trying to get him to have a change of heart to where he's starting to finally see a little bit of like what Jake Sully's talking about. He won't admit it to himself yet, but he is starting to kind of like finally vibe with Pandora.
Yes, agreed. Very much agreed. My son just found his Spider-Man stickers and he's fucking stoked.
Nice.
As he should be. As anyone should be. I'm just as stoked every time I look over at my bed and I see them.
Yeah, I heard him. He's like, oh.
He feels that way about a lot of things. He's just pumped. He's just psyched about life. I can't imagine if
Like,
he
is
saw
that
this movie, he'd be like, whoa, like I was. I'm
uh,
telling you, of the 3 Avatar movies, I think when I saw the first one, I was really into it, but not like that. And the second one, I was just like, I need to get out of this theater. The third one, though, I mean, it's like a football game. I was like, let's fucking go. Oh, no. Oh, wow.
it's probably the one I had the most fun with in the theater.
Yeah. We saw it in 3D.
And that's because, like,
You have to touch it.
I know, like, I've accepted them for what they are. Like, they don't need to be anything greater.
They're
Like, if
really
they keep doing this,
impressively good for what they are.
yeah, I like them for what they are.
I had a
They don't
fun
have to,
time.
like, get deeper into the story.
Yeah.
I do think it's funny that they basically wrote out on Obtanium at this point.
Yeah, they're just getting that whale
I know
shit
they
now
still
for
getting
money.
on Obtanium, but like now it's just like the whale juice is
Yeah.
the stuff that they're the MacGuffin they're focusing
Hey,
on.
do you think in the next one they do another whale battle? Like they'd have to move on from whale
I hope
battling
so.
for the final battle. They'd have to.
I do think it would. I do think it would
Now
be
the whales are
funny.
fighting. If they did it again,
it would. I would respect
everything that
them
was
more
repeated,
at
I
that
kind of
point.
laughed about anyways. So I mean,
Yeah. It just would be really like a really funny move if they did it a fourth time. At that point, you can't even be mad. You just laugh. Yeah.
the fact that the water tribe just disappeared in the fight again, I was like, I don't think that was a mistake in the last one. I think he's doing
But
this
if they
shit on
literally
purpose.
do make the fourth one just like ice and snow, and it's the same movie just in the tundra, I would respect that so much.
Yeah, a little bit, especially if they do it again where it's just better. They just do it again, but a
Yeah.
little bit better. Some people say this isn't their favorite. I think it is my favorite of the 3. I don't know.
I don't know what's my favorite yet. If it's the second one, 'cause I'd have to rewatch the second one. I think I'll put this one over the first one. I still like the first one a lot,
Yeah.
and the first one
It's a
now definitely with
classic,
3 of
I
them
guess.
being out is the most you could say different from the other 2.
They're not a trilogy you want to watch like back to back or even a weekend
No.
thing. Like you couldn't do it. I don't even think you couldn't watch. See, here's the weird thing. He
Especially
filmed
the
2
second
and
and
3
third
as
one.
one big movie. They're supposed to be just one big movie, but they're too similar that it's just like you can't even watch them back to back or as one movie. You have to put time in between.
Yeah.
You can watch the
Yeah.
first one and then
If-
pick and choose if you want to watch the second or third.
It's not a good series to marathon, especially the jump from 2 to 3, because you will, by the time you're watching 3, be like, didn't I just watch this?
Yeah, it's not as good right after.
Yeah.
Because I had rewatched the second one, going into this one, but it had been a little bit of time, like a couple weeks. And I was still like, ooh.
Didn't that just happen? Yeah.
But I liked it more. So I don't know. I like I said, I think a different me might have even came out of that movie just being like, what the fuck was that? They did the same thing again. I remember after I saw the second one the first time, there was somebody in the theater that was like, incredible. How does he do this? And I was just kind of like, I didn't feel that way about this movie at all. like we were just in totally different ballparks. Whereas with this one, I still don't know if I'd be like gawking to the screen, like impressed with James Cameron for being alive, but like I had a fun time.
I feel like at this one, this is the one where you knew the most what to expect going into it at this point. So it was hard to have your expectations set too high. The second one was basically a legacy sequel because it came out like 15 years after the first movie or something crazy.
Yeah.
So like it had high expectations. You didn't have that for this one, so you could kind of just go into it enjoying it for what you know is it's going to give you, and it sure does.
It sure does.
Give you exactly that.
Yeah, exactly that. For what this movie is, it's a 5-star movie for me for what it is. If it was in a grand scale rating, I'd give it like a 4 out of 5, maybe a 3 point something. But yeah,
I'm trying to think.
it is the new Avatar
feel like it's
movie.
Even as a movie, if it stands by itself, like you could probably watch
just
it and
this
enjoy it
movie.
without needing to watch any of the other movies, other than like why characters are where they are. I also guess it's
The
a
beginning
big
would be
plot
kind of
point
confusing
from-
because it's in like the spirit realm and Noak's playing with his dead brother, and that would be a little confusing. But like you'd pick it up. You'd pick it up. Yeah, they're not overly. There is a complexity to these movies, but they're not overly complex movies. I don't know how better to say it than that.
That is one of the elements that you mentioned they should have dived in more, was like the fantasy stuff.
I think so. I think like they touch on it. I'm glad they're doing it. I'm glad it's there. It's sci-fi, but
I do
dive a little deeper into it.
I do love the scene where they finally push through in like the AWA realm to like summon the power.
Yeah.
And it turns into like water where they're like suddenly swimming, and it's just like a giant face.
Yeah.
Is it supposed to be Sigourney Weaver's face? I couldn't tell.
I don't know. I hope
Literally,
not.
like the swimming and like a dark, it looks like an underwater reef, and then there's just like this giant white face, like giant, next to the characters.
I
and
know
you
what
only
you're
see
talking
it,
about, but
you only see its like side profile, so you only see like one eye, and it looks like a human, but it's hard to make out. And I wasn't sure if I mean, it's supposed to be like AWA, like that's supposed to be who that is.
Mother Earth.
And yeah, but it would be weird if AWA is a human, because it didn't look like a Na'vi face. So I was thinking like, oh, maybe it's supposed to be Sigourney Weaver's face because Sigourney Weaver's in there.
That would make sense. That's her connection with her. It's one of those things. That's the thing. James Cameron leaves these little vague things that he can either just leave or he can maybe play with later. He doesn't. I feel like these movies are made like Star Wars movies. There's no real plan, but there's like a sort of plan.
They don't touch upon that scene in the movie.
Not enough. Not enough. But honestly, yeah, they still should have shaved some time. Maybe shaved some time and made some more time for some of that. But any less in that movie is a good thing because, like, it's a long ass movie.
Oh yeah. I'm trying to think of anything else to mention.
Yeah, I think we covered.
I thought the Sun storyline was fine.
It was the same one from the last movie, but just a little bigger.
Yeah. The one daughter's still useless. Her only purpose is to get captured sometimes, so they have a reason to go places. Because that is another thing. Like, the reason why so many characters are captured throughout the film is because these characters don't have any reason to interact other than if they are holding something hostage.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's why, like, they have to. Otherwise, they just stay in the water village and chill. Which there are plenty of scenes of them staying in the water village, just chilling.
Yeah.
Talking about character drama stuff.
Yeah.
So those are fine.
Yeah. Yeah.
There was like one too many scenes of Sigourney Weaver's Avatar and Spider like sitting on that reef rock, just like complaining about how they're different.
Yeah.
There's like 4
of
those scenes, like in the same exact
It's like kiss
location.
Already.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just like, this is a 3-hour and 20-minute movie. Did we need 4 scenes?
One of these could have been a deleted scene on the DVD extras. Come on. Yeah. I'd say and that's really it. It's just it's a little extra of stuff you're already cool with. But like you could just take it out. That's what floats this movie's runtime for as long as it does. James Cameron thinks it needs to be there. I guess we'll roll with it. I mean, the payoff, the end, the way I felt, everything worked. I think some of that has to do with the runtime. I think he knows how to mold a long runtime into an enjoyable final act. Yeah,
it's definitely it's not one that you're gonna feel tortured getting through. But
no,
it does make it hard to rewatch right away.
Oh yeah, we'll see if when my rewatch of it finally. Like I liked it. This is gonna be like a cool thing in my head for like a week. And then it's gonna go right back in the vault, right back in the Disney vault in my head. Yeah.
Well, I think you said about most of it gonna cut this off at a clean 2 hours.
That's not bad. That's an hour and 15 minutes shorter than Avatar, Fire and Ash.
Yeah.
So not bad. And we only talked about it
not
for
bad
like
at all.
Cool. Well, Braden, we had a lovely time going to the movies and doing this.
Same here.
It's good to end the year with, the big movie of the year, especially if that big movie's an Avatar movie.
Oh, yeah. Oh, one last thing that we forgot to mention that I just wanted to touch upon. I loved the acid tripping scene with the
Yes,
Colonel.
absolutely.
One of the best
So
scenes.
that was funny. Like that was like I think intentionally like it was serious and funny. It was fucking one battle after another kind of shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's where it's
Good
like
scene.
he gets given these like goofy lines that would almost be cringy if he didn't deliver them so well.
Yeah.
Because at one point she like cuts him with a dagger to be like, I don't know, sexy or something. And he's like, hey, not cool. And he's like stoned out of his
It
mind.
also
And
helps
it's
that
just
he's
like,
stoned out of his mind.
yeah, it's just like, it's just funny. Like the way, like his delivery. And he has a few lines like that.
Yeah. Agreed.
Like at the end where they capture him or they're like,
Awkward.
yeah, like they finish their big fight and they're all like laying next to each other. And he's like, well, this is awkward,
Yeah.
but it just works.
Yeah. He's kind of being sarcastic about it. It's
Yeah.
it's well done. It's well done. Duly noted. Glad you brought those up. Those are important parts.
Yeah.
Now we've got nothing left to say. A
Definitely.
crisp 2 hours and 1 minute.
The 1 minute spent talking about
We're good like
the drag scene.
Well, Brayden,
Well,
this has been a
Chaz,
magical Christmas themed episode that is coming out on Christmas Day. We both celebrate
Sure
Christmas,
has.
so I want to wish you, my friend,
a Merry,
a Merry
Christmas.
Christmas. I got you this key. I think it's yours. It was in the box from the mic, and I was like, I don't
And I
think.
got you this.
Ooh.
I got you this lock.
Ooh, we're gonna pick that. Oh, that's a beautiful thing. Oh,
Me.
great, more of you. Yeah. And to our other viewers that might not be celebrating Christmas, happy holidays. This has been a lovely time. Shitters, good night, sleep tight. Don't let the
And
shit
don't
bugs
let
bite.
the shit bugs bite.
Leave some cookies out for Sanda. We'll see you on the next one. Ta-ta.
See ya.